Welcome to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Let's Talk Cars Radio is sponsored in part by Napa Car Care Centers, BDG Auto Group, by Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmissions, Advanced Technology Institute, and American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Be a part of the program today by calling 757-222-3705. You may text your comments and questions during the show at 757-866-2192. That's 757-866-2192. Email your questions and comments to Dave at letstalkcarsradio.com. Now, here is the host of Let's Talk Cars Radio, Dave Palash.
Happy Saturday, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Palash, hanging out with Rock and Larry Cobb. And, of course, Cameron's doing all of our technical work for us. So it's another great Saturday out there.
I'm failing at it today.
Yeah, you're failing at it today? The sun is out. There's car shows going on. It has been a busy week for us. What can I say?
Talking about car shows, if you do want to come see me tonight, I will be at Night Moves.
Yes,
Cameron, Speed Night Moves.
Cameron will be out at Night Moves. I know there was Cars and Coffee out at Great Bridge. Unfortunately, we couldn't not get out there. It's one of those weeks where just nothing falls in place sometimes. You try to be everywhere, but it just can't be. So
Cars and coffee, that's a nice mix.
It is. You know what? I love car shows. I like the fact that it's starting to warm up. Car shows are starting to come around and starting to see the hot rods being pulled out. You know, as I was coming in today, I saw people were dusting things off. As you know, usually come out of neighborhoods and stuff. The garage doors are open. People have cars sitting out in the driveway. Everybody's cleaning everything up and getting everything ready for the season. I love it.
This time of year, they're dusting off the pollen.
Hey, shh! It hasn't come around yet.
It will.
I know. It's funny. I was driving yesterday, and I went up to the grocery store real quick, and I swear I saw just a little bit of haze on my truck. I was like, "Is that pollen haze?" And I think it was, because I noticed that what are the trees that bloom? The white ones. They bloom out real like bright white.
Oh, you mean the pollen?
No, the trees. They have the white.
Like those?
No, they're kind of like that, yeah, but they're a little different. Very similar to that.
That's a dogwood.
But I think maybe that's what I was parked close to those, and I think that's what put the pollen on it.
It could have been. But I always like to see when there's pollen on cars and it rains.
Oh, and then you see like the river,
yeah,
the river, the
Yellow
pollen,
River,
yeah, the Yellow River.
So you remember last time we were talking about memes?
Memes.
Oh. Yeah, the memes. I saw the best one for you this week. It was the animal guy, where he's like talking about the animals, and it's a Ford truck. Oh, yeah. and the guy was like, and if you look over here, we have a strange vehicle. He makes sure to dust his opponents out with smoke, covering his mirrors. But don't worry, though. He's more scared about you than you are scared about him.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
Cameron has the worst Australian accent that I've ever heard. That was like the worst.
You tried to do Steve Irwin?
He was trying. It was the worst ever.
I'm American. Hello.
It was like I don't even try to do it because I can get like the crikey. That's about it.
Hey,
mine sounds more like Irish.
If you could do it good, you could do the commercial.
You know what they say? If you can't,
Irish?
Don't.
Are you talking about Irish over there?
No.
How about the Shamrock that is going on right now?
Yeah.
Shout out to my little brother.
I think they're just about done. Aren't they going to be ready to be done with the Shamrock?
They should be getting about done.
What's that?
With the run out there at the ocean front, the 5K.
The Shamrock
run,
Marathon? Yeah. I don't know. It started around 10 this morning, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they're just about finishing up out there.
I would think.
My son Hunter's out there, was running in it, so hopefully, I think they're just about finishing it up. Hopefully he did well. I know that he was out there running, so good luck to him and everybody else that's out there running.
And Dominic Marsh also.
Yeah, he's out there running, and so hopefully they did well. Like I said, we try to support that every year, and I know that American DIY Garage, they had their panel van out there too, supporting the race, so very, very cool. Like I said, anything you can get involved out there in the community and stuff, I definitely tell you guys, get out there and get involved and try to do everything you can.
If they could see what I'm doing back here, it would be so funny.
Cameron's got an umbrella indoors. He's trying to get the light to come on, so he's diligently working in the background. You all can't see him. I can see him. But hey, so You know how we talked about in the past with 3D printing? We talk about it, comes up here, the news here and there, off and on.
So our Facebook is going off, and they said, yes, it is done, 6 minutes and 32 seconds. I think that's what she said.
Okay. There you go. Maybe that's somebody's time, how long it took him to take the run.
I think she's talking about Hunter.
Yeah, cool. Okay, awesome. There you go. They
Hey, if he finished, I envy him. If I ran it, I would never finish.
You would never finish.
No. After the first mile, I'd have to find a car and sit.
That's better than trying to find a donut.
Yeah.
Some snacks. I saw that. That was one of the memes I saw. Were about the race. It was kind of funny. They're over here. They're having technical. I'm watching this.
Yeah.
This is interesting. They're having technical difficulties. Cameron's trying to move things and play with things while we're on the air. It's always interesting watching him work while we're trying to do the show. We'll just have a show about a show. All right, back to the show. 3D printing. I'm gonna get to it. I promise you guys.
What are we going to 3D print?
We're not 3D printing anything. Remember how we were talking about 3D printing and the ability? The reason why it was so important.
How they're going to build new cars and everything.
Well, here's the thing. So you could make parts instead of waiting for parts. You can make it right.
Right.
So one of the interesting things that they were talking about this week was, and we talked about before, was the ability to change bodies, make body panels, and how versatile that would be. So what about the fact if you could just do instant customizations to cars? So, the aftermarket world is huge and everybody constantly wants to have the new cutting edge thing to their car. So what if you had, let's say, a sports car and you wanted to be able to add that new spoiler, or you wanted to have that flared fender or whatever, and instead of having to wait to have that ordered or, all the custom work, what if you could just take it to a aftermarket shop and drop it off and then pick it up after work, and all of a sudden you have a completely different look. Now you have a spoiler at it and you have like a wide body kit kind of look to it. And
I'm sure there'd be a market for it.
that is the new kind of talk in town. So you know how you go and you can have wraps done on your car. So that's kind of the thing. You can go and have your car wrapped and have the color changed very quickly. Well, you take your car, you drop it off, and they can do a wide body kit and do a rear, rear spoiler, or do a front lip on it, and then just do a wrap on it, and now the car has a completely different look when you pick it up at the end of the day.
With printing these parts, if you were printing a front left fender for any kind of car, how long does it take to do it? To actually print the fender?
Well, with technology changing, what they're talking about, doing this a couple hours
for just one fender.
Yeah.
So you really.
Yeah, but if you have many printers.
That was my next statement. Exactly. You need several printers to make it viable.
And before you even drop off the car, you send your order to them. They send you schematics.
Yeah, they already know the car.
And then they know what you want. And then right when you say yes, you sign an agreement over email or text or FaceTime this time. And then they hit print, and by the time you bring your car in, it just takes a couple of seconds to put everything in.
I watched this thing a couple of weeks ago, too, and they have this thing for cars now, guys. And it's not new, but to have it available, like in a shop, is like a hot press technology, too. It's almost like using like a mold. Where they can just do like a hot press mold. And it's almost like what they would do like in a manufacturing plant for cars, but take that and scale that down and be able to put it in a small shop where you can just do a hot press mold and press your own fender right there in the color that you want.
There used to be a toy like that, and I can't remember what that
I remember because so when I saw it, I had like a flashback. I was like, I thought I had a toy like that when I was a kid that you could press out, and I thought it was car related too. Almost thought it was car related.
It was car related, and I cannot remember for the life of me the name of that toy.
No, but
I remember seeing. I never had one, but I saw the commercials. I saw it work, and I had a couple of friends that had them.
Yeah,
and they were neat because they made this noise when they.
It was like almost. It was almost like I think the one that we had was almost vacuum like.
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
I think I own that toy. And when I saw a couple weeks ago when I saw this little media kit that was sent to me, I was like, it just reminded me.
It was like a sheet of
there.
plastic, and it heated and molded it and did it very quickly. It was like 1, 2, 3, boom, it was done.
Well, I just saw that show. Have you guys seen that new show? It's called Bad Chad. It's a car show that's on TV that just came out. They did like 4 or 5 episodes, guys. If you guys know what I'm talking about, go ahead and text me. There's a new TV show. I think it's on Discovery. I kind of picked it up. They only did like 4 episodes.
Bad Chad?
Yeah, it's called Bad Chad Customs. It's a new car show. It's on.
You don't know what channel it's on,
TV. I
do
think
you?
it's on Discovery.
I'll
I
have
think
to
it's
go
what it's
check
playing
that
on.
out.
Comment from Facebook. Michelle says hello.
Hey, Michelle. They did a bubble top to a car. And what they did plexiglass, and they heated it, and then they pressed it between. They cut the hole out, and they put between wood, and they put the piece of plexiglass in between, and then they blew air and pushed the plexiglass through the hole, which made a bubble top.
Yeah.
And then when it cooled, it made a bubble top, and they made that for the top of a car. So it's almost kind of the same.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. So go check it. I'm if the show was a hit, if it had, and I haven't go to look, but if it had good ratings, I'm sure you can go back and DVR. I'm sure they automatically saved it, and you can go watch the reruns of it.
Search on demand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm sure that it's got to be there. But it was an interesting show. He builds just one-off cars. It was Bad Chad Customs, I think it was the name of the TV show. It was kind of cool. It was different. You know, anything is, you know me. Anything if it's got wheels and a motor, you know, it catches my attention. Regardless.
Making parts.
Yeah. So it was neat. There's a couple. You know, there's all different kind of car shows out there. You can never. There's a plethora of them. You can never stop finding them if you search.
That is true.
It's like, you know, Phantom Works, that's filmed out here in this area. It's another car show, but I didn't stumble across that. I guess it was filming for quite a few years out here before I ever stumbled across it. I just had me flicking through the channels one day. I was like, what's this? And then I watched it, and then I realized that, I was like, wait a minute, I recognize that building. You know, and I realized it was filmed here in town. So, you know, different, kind of cool. Like I said, here's one for you guys. So we talked about, we've touched on this before, just little bitty things. So when cars go up for auction, okay, there's a lot of different auction. Everybody, you know, Mecum is a huge one.
Yeah.
So the authentic cars, you never know if they're authentic, if they're not authentic. So here's another one of those ones where, how do you know? I think we talked about it where Jerry Seinfeld, I think it was a couple months ago, is caught up in a lawsuit. There was a Porsche that he had. If you didn't know, Seinfeld collects Porsches. Mm-hmm. He's known for having, I think he has the largest Porsche collection in the world, I think actually it is. Private collection.
Comment from Facebook. Michelle says, what does it cost to have this done? And Lisa Bain says, hi, David.
To have what done?
I think she's talking about the press.
Oh, you mean to have it, to have the
parts pressed on?
There's no price to it yet, Michelle, as far as having 3D parts and stuff. Still very new technology. So here's what I believe before I get into the next story. Here's what I believe is going to end up happening. So part suppliers, the thought process, when I talked to people last time when they had the convention and stuff, think of Napa. Okay, so Napa have some parts on a shelf, but the new technology would be having a computer set up that would have, say, 1 million parts in the computer. And instead of having a bunch of parts on the shelf, you just hit a button and the 3D printer will make the part versus having the part on the shelf. So if it's a part that can be made, you just hit a button, the 3D printer makes the part, you take the part, you drop it in the box, and then the delivery truck goes and delivers it. Versus having to have tons of
obviously a
parts
small part doesn't take as long as a larger part.
Right. But, you know, think about if you had like a throttle body assembly or something like that. So throttle body assembly is, if you ever see one taken apart, a lot of plastic. You basically just take it, put it together, hit it, and it, you know, it can be made. Right.
I could see that taking an hour to print out.
As technology changes. So we know that, you know, you in throttle body assembly, you know, you have a lot of hard carbon part or plastic, whatever it is. You may need to have like a spring or whatever like that. I can see where the 3D printer would start making it, stop, insert bolt here, drop the bolt in, hit go, and then it continues to make, stop, insert bolt here. Keep, you know, so it has little springs and bolts. You could drop it. You have a technician sit back that just drops a spring and a bolt in where you need to.
Yeah.
Comment from Facebook. Makes perfect sense. Takes up less room.
No, it's just one of those things, you know. I mean, technology is changing, guys. We're never going to change that, and we shouldn't want to. I know technology is scary when it comes to a lot of things, but and I have this argument all the time. It goes back and forth a lot, where people are like, oh, you know, technology is it's gonna kill everything. The point that we stop advancing is the point where we should start worrying. We need to advance. We need to continue.
I want no traffic lights. No traffic lights at all.
The no traffic light, we've talked about it.
We have, and I want that to
They're
come.
developing it right this second.
I don't see how you could do no traffic lights unless
traffic
you had
lights.
all automatic driving cars.
If all the cars become all automatic, and that's in the news this week, we're going to talk about it. I'll get to that because there's some movement forward on that as well. If you have all automated cars, you would have no need for a traffic light.
Sure, that's what I'm thinking. That's the only way I could think of to achieve that.
I tell you what, I do have some stories. I want to get back into some of this stuff. I want to talk about the auction and stuff like that. I got to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. I'll talk to you.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Take vitamins, exercise, ease up on the coffee. Sound familiar from your last visit to the doctor? Well, your Napa Auto Care Center knows preventive maintenance too. By grouping together services your vehicle needs, customized for the way you drive, they can save you time, money, and hassles. Prevent troubles down the road and give you confidence when you travel. Ask your Napa Auto Care Center to build a preventive maintenance plan for your vehicle today.
Hey guys, check everything your Napa Auto Care Center has to offer at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Their commitment to excellence will leave you coming back for more. So check them out at NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated.
Are you ready for a change? Is this the year that you go from a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand field with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial diving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available, job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more. Or you can call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI, not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by Chev, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia.
Do you currently live in an apartment or condo? Need to work on your car, truck, even motorcycle, but your homeowners association has you down? If your garage is full of broken dreams and the I'll get to it next week projects, American Do-It-Yourself Garage is the place for you. They offer fully equipped, well-lit garage bays with or without a vehicle lift for your needs. Each bay is fully equipped with a workbench, hand tools, air tools, laptop usage, even assistance with parts ordering, which is all included with each bay rental for a reasonable price. If you're looking for a place that feels like home, filled with fantastic staff willing to lend a hand, then give American Do-It-Yourself Garage a call today at 1-844-462-3494. That's 1-844-462-3494. Or go to their webpage and reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Let the friendship begin. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Pilach, hanging out with Rock and Larry Cobb. And, of course, Cameron's doing all our technical work for us. So, before we went to commercial break, we were just kind of going a little here, a little there, a little everywhere. But, hey, the good news is the sun's still out. It's still shining. You're still driving hot rods, and it's good temperature for it, and we're going to keep on rolling. So, we were talking about auctions before we went to commercial break. We were talking about that cars being what they actually are. So I was telling you that Seinfeld, he had one of the biggest collections of Porsches. Like I said, I think it's the biggest collection in the world of Porsches. So I don't know if his is settled yet, but he was in a lawsuit because he had a Porsche that he sold to somebody, I think actually to a company, and then they claimed that it wasn't a legit what actually it was.
Well, they should have done their due diligence ahead of the sale.
All sales are final.
Well, yes and no. When it comes to high-end cars like that, it gets a little tricky. It is, but it isn't. When it's sold through an auction house, but he's got paperwork saying that the car is supposed to be what it says it is. Okay, so but they say the paperwork isn't good. Now he sold it. He didn't do anything wrong. He's like, look, I bought the car with documentations representing the car to be this. I sold it to you as being this because I bought it being told that this is what it is, okay?
Gotcha.
So, and this happens a lot, believe it or not. A lot of this stuff never really ever surfaces. We don't ever hear about it. I think we hear about it a lot lately because when there's a celebrity name tag to it, that's how it gets,
That's why you hear it.
Right. I bought a lot of cars from the auctions over the years that weren't what it was. You know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't high end like this. We're not talking about $1 million cars, but I bought cars that, oh, this is a great car, buy it now, and you get it home, and it's not anywhere close to what it was.
Been in 3 floods. And
right, exactly. I don't get to go back to the auction house and go, let me tell you something. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work that way. It is what it is. So now this week, moving forward, looks like that Earnhardt Jr. has piped up. So it looks like 3 of his dad's cars are going up for auction, which would ring anybody's bell just for what they are. There are going to be 3 of his dad's race cars that have popped up to go for sale. Okay,
and icons,
right? I mean, you don't get anything better than the Dale Earnhardt Sr. I mean, it just doesn't.
I would definitely represent one of those cars in my driveway.
And anybody that. Well, you wouldn't have them in your driveway. I'd put one in my living room.
I'd put one in my living room.
If I could get away with it.
Think about having a dining room table of just the body.
You would have to cut the car apart. You would just never do that. I'm talking about.
No, I
would have it in my living room. I'd be like, honey, I think you missed that. Can we dust that spot? I mean, I'm sorry that the kids have to walk around it. I'm sorry you had to lean to the left to see the TV.
No, because you would find a spot for it that actually would look nice.
No, you'd have to do like a special edition off the house and just have it sit there so you could just stare at it.
It would have to be an imitation. It couldn't be the original car. The value's too great.
No. I mean, this happens.
Yeah.
There's people. So I've gone to auctions. I have been at auctions where they've sold former race cars. Not a Earnhardt Sr. car, but I've seen all different kinds of race cars sold.
Highly valuable cars.
They're not as valuable as you think sometimes. It depends on the driver. It really depends on the driver of how valuable the car is. I have gone to auctions where cars are gone for $25,000 that have been in big races. Them been to the Brickyard and been raced at the Brickyard. And so the car didn't place first, but it raced at the Brickyard.
So the value of the car is based on the driver of the car.
Based on the driver and how it finished is truly the value of the
How
car.
it performed.
You could go, like I have been at auctions where it is a complete car, motor and everything, and it's sold for $25,000.
Comment from Facebook. Why would you destroy the car? That's insane. Any word why Junior is selling them?
Okay, so here's the story. Junior is not involved in selling the cars. So the story goes
they're not his cars?
They're not his.
Or in the family?
They're not in the family. Somebody indirectly owns these cars and is selling them. So Junior found out the cars are at the auction, and he spoke up on Twitter, and he kindly said, "Not legit," is what he put in his tweet, which said, "Be careful what you buy, because these aren't what they're represented." And then
the seller hasn't authenticated the car.
Well, so here's the thing. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Now, Mecum is a very respectable auction house, and they usually do a lot of back history to look for the pedigree on a car, especially if something of this nature. So that's where it gets a little tricky. But with Junior speaking up and saying not legit, and that's all he said. He didn't bash him or anything like that. He just said not legit. And so then Childress, who would be the owner of these particular cars, who doesn't own them, had spoke up and said, "We have those 3 particular cars in our stable. So I don't know what's being pulled here. Those particular cars that they're saying are being sold, we actually have still in our stable. They're still parked here. I don't know what those cars are. You guys might want to do some more research."
If he's authenticated them that they were actually Earnhardt's cars,
right,
then there shouldn't be any problem. I don't.
Here's the thing: if they're supposed to be Earnhardt's cars, and Childress Racing, who would be the original owners of those cars, saying those cars are still sitting in our stable,
yeah, how did you get them?
Right, and how do you have them? That's where the fight comes in. And like I said, now they're also supposed to be auctioning off 2 cars that would be Junior's cars, which Junior's cars have been sold off in the past. I think one's a pace car, and one's actually one race car from one of the races. Junior hasn't weighed in to say whether those are actually cars of his or not either. He's been kind of silent on those. So, it's not uncommon for racers to sell cars off and they end up in other people's hands and stuff like that. That happens quite a bit. But that's going to be really interesting to see how this weighs out, for the fact that anything that has Senior's name on it for the longest time and still to this day is worth quite a bit of money. I think I told you the story. I owned a bunch of Senior stuff for the longest time, and I refused to make $1 off of it. And I had some nice things for years, and I think I still have some things up stored up in a box. When people went to go cash out, when Senior died, people were cashing out like you wouldn't believe. They were trying to sell things and make a bunch of money. And I had a couple autographed things, and I still have, like I said, a lot of autographed things from a bunch of different drivers that are sitting in boxes. I just wasn't that guy that would go. I just wouldn't cash out. I just don't. Something felt weird about that.
I don't think they should cash out. I think you should keep the thing to remember the person that made NASCAR.
Right. I had things autographed by drivers because I respected that driver, not because I ever thought it was going to have a cash. I never went, of all the years that I had access to those drivers, and we've talked about this in the past. I consider myself very lucky to have access to the pit area and to drivers and all that kind of stuff in my past. And I felt very privileged to have that honor. I never had anything signed by a driver with the thought of, oh, this is going to be worth so much money for me. That was never my thought.
I've had stuff signed by Jeff Gordon. I met the CEO of the company that sponsors Jimmy Johnson last week, actually, at my work. And that was just, to me, that was a cool experience. Because you meet the drivers, but you never really meet the people that sponsor the drivers.
I've been at many races, and I've always kept my mouth shut because it's not my place. It's not for me to correct somebody's actions. Where I've watched people hand hat after hat and get drivers to sign things. And I know that that's going to be sold. I just know that's what that is for. I never, ever, of all the years that we were down in pit lane or, and stuff like that, and I got things sold, did I ever have it signed, like I said, for the purpose of the money value of turning around and selling it. And all those years I've hung on all that stuff. I saw a lot of these drivers when they were nobody, and now they're big shots. When they were still doing dirt track racing or, They were, nobody knew who they were. And now these guys are big drivers. And I have a lot of the stuff signed from them when they were nobodies. And I've still hung on to that stuff.
You have to admit, if you had a piece of memorabilia that all of a sudden, for whatever reason, it started going up in value and it got to a point, would you let it go?
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
I mean, suppose you had a piece that for so, let's just pick a number, $5 million. It was somebody would be willing to give you $5 million for it. Would you let it go?
You know what? And people are going to say, "Oh, yes, you would."
I know I would. I would.
I guess, Larry, for me, it's not. Maybe I would end up selling it, but that wasn't the purpose of me getting all that stuff signed.
Oh, I get that.
I have pieces. I can honestly tell you right this second, I have pieces in boxes to this day that I probably have to go through and remember that I know some of those drivers are now very, very popular drivers, and I can't even remember what they signed. Like, Mark Martin. So I have stuff from Mark Martin. People say, "Oh, he's not even a memory anymore, or anybody cares anymore." But I have stuff from him way back in the day.
Comment from Facebook. Sounds like a sham. Sham.
Sham. Sounds like a sham.
No, it's funny because I can see all the comments she's been saying, and I can see autocorrect is not working for her today.
That's all right. Autocorrect doesn't work for me either.
You didn't cash out because you are a real fan. Autocorrect worked on that one. I went to school with Dale Earnhardt's, but she said Jahart's son Jason.
No, it's
and
one
that
of
was
those,
from Michelle.
Yeah, it's one of those things. When you get around these people, I know I got a commercial break. When the Tuttles, the bike show, what was the American Choppers?
Oh,
American Choppers. That was a good show.
Yeah, when they first hit the scene and they started to get real popular, I got a chance to hang out with those guys. Senior wasn't there, but Junior was there. Vinny, when he was still on the show, was there, and Mikey and stuff like that. And they were still at that point I call grounded. You know what I mean? They hadn't got hit huge yet.
Sure.
Just cool guys. Just real laid back, really nice guys. And I got a chance to talk with them and hang out with them and stuff. They were we were barbecuing right next to them when we were down in the pits at Richmond area and stuff. And it was just one of those things that things like that. People just wanted autographs and stuff like that. And you could tell the people who were legit and people who want autographs just because they thought it was going to be worth money.
Yeah, well, if I was a celebrity, it would irritate me I would, for a fan, sure, I'll autograph anything. But if I thought your motive was to make money off of it, I would be hot.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I've never taken an autograph from somebody. And like I said, and we had huge access to a lot of those people, for that. And I always just thought it was cool. And I think, and I've told you the story, I think I've told the story here on, I know off the air, we've talked about it. I sat down with a lot of drivers late at night because we were, late at night out of the track and stuff like that. So I got a lot of one-on-one time with drivers in the late night hours, just sitting there, and they done messing with the cars and their day had come to an end. They're just sitting there they used to have the park benches and stuff in the infield area there at Richmond. And I had a lot of just sit there, just downtime. And some of those drivers are just some of the coolest people ever. They're just so down to earth people. And those are times that's you can't buy that time.
Yeah.
That's not autograph time. They're not putting on a show for anybody. There's nobody around. There's no fans. Everybody's gone to bed for the night.
Just regular guys.
Just regular guys sitting on a park bench eating a hot dog or whatever it is, just winding down. And that's the real legit guy. He's not putting on any airs for anybody. And you learn a lot about so a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't know why. Why do you root for that guy? That guy never wins." And I'm, and inside I'm just like, maybe he's not that first place driver, but you didn't sit on a park bench and have a conversation with him. I did, and know the person that he truly is.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're going to take a commercial break. Talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio.
You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778. Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Are you tired of your everyday job? Looking for something more? You have to go check out ATI at auto.edu. Advanced Technology Institute has a program for you. From accelerated schedules to assistance in helping students get into the career field fast. Guys, I understand how hard it is with the hassle of juggling life, work, kids. That's why ATI provides day and night classes to make things as easy for you to succeed. If you're ready for a change, give them a call today at 757-490-1241. That's 757-490-1241. Make ATI your choice for building today's minds and tomorrow's communities. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Talk to you soon.
Something really cool happened in 1975. And no, it wasn't the beginning of the disco era. Congress passed the Magnuson-Moss Act, so you don't have to take your vehicle back to your dealer to keep your vehicle manufacturer's warranty in effect. Our Napa Auto Care Center uses the proper replacement parts and procedures to keep that warranty valid. Visit our independently owned Napa Auto Care Center today.
Hey guys, you asked for it and I delivered. Check out our all-star team of automotive specialists at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon.
Wish you could get your car in the air? We've got you covered. Don't have the tools for the job? Not a problem. Dream of having a garage equipped with everything you need to get the job done from start to finish? Well, dreams come true. At American Do-It-Yourself Garage, you'll find our friendly staff just waiting to lend you a hand in a safe and friendly environment. If you're looking for a place where you can do it all, from cars, trucks, and even motorcycles, your Do-It-Yourself Garage awaits. Call 1-844-462-3494 today or reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. You can do it. We know you can. Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You could always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. Hey, so if you weren't with us for the two segments before this, you're with us for this segment, and you're lucky because we're still here. So, hey, did you guys hear about the school bus driver that ditched the kids?
Ditched them where?
At a gas station. Just pulled over, jumped off the bus, flipped the middle finger, and walked away. Did you hear about this?
No.
I mean, I probably would have been the kid to be like, finally, I get to drive a bus.
This one's a little weird, man. So, we hear about bus driver stories all the time. Usually it's, people blowing by buses and, buses having to park sideways and all this. So this one's just a little Apparently, she had enough. She drove middle school, I guess, and high school students, and she pulled over at a gas station and walked off the bus and said "Hasta la vista." That was it.
Where was this?
No, I don't know. But apparently she had more than she could handle. They picked her up a little later and gave her a DUI. Apparently she was under the influence when she was driving the bus.
Even without a DUI, I would imagine that she would have been arrested for something.
They charge her for neglect and child endangerment.
Yeah.
But still, like...
Look, she parked in the gas station.
Look, I've seen some of the things that happen on some of those buses with junior high kids.
Hey,
I'm not saying drinking and driving is right, but
let's just we have a friend we can call up and we can ask him how his bus driving experience was.
He doesn't drive a bus anymore.
He doesn't drive.
He has told me some stories.
Yeah.
He has told me some stories. He just said, look, driving a bus with teenagers, he says, is rough. He's told me the story. He's like, look, man, it's a rough experience. He's like, it's not easy.
I think it would be rough no matter what the age group.
He says, I'm not saying drinking while you're on the bus is a good idea. He says, but you definitely going to need one once you park the bus and go home for the night.
Even with cameras and all this other stuff they got on them?
He tells me some of the craziest stories of driving a bus with teenagers and stuff on it. It's bad.
Well, when I was a kid, I didn't even like riding a school bus because it was too rowdy. As a matter of fact, I think I rode a school bus for 2 months. I switched over to a bicycle and I rode my bike.
I didn't like the noise. When I rode the bus, so I used to ride. For us, when I lived in Vegas, they used to bus. They had one high school before they built all the new high schools. It was like almost a 2-hour bus ride out from the desert back into the school. So if I went and spent the night at one of my friend's house that lived out in the desert, you had to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, to be out at the bus stop to be at school for when school started at like 7:30 in the morning, just to make the ride back in. And it was just so loud. Everybody was so loud on the school bus. It's just the loudness of everybody just drove me nuts. I couldn't stand it. I hated how loud everybody was.
They were loud.
Yeah, really loud.
Do you like dogs?
Of course I like dogs.
You like dogs?
Of course I like
Who
dogs.
doesn't?
You like warm weather, right?
Well, yeah.
Like warm weather?
Like warm weather?
Yeah, you
dogs
fixing,
in warm
you
weather.
like fixing your car?
Where are you
Sure.
going?
Oh, this is going somewhere.
Yeah.
Where's this going?
Well, with the warm weather out, and if you do like dogs, you can go down to American Do-It-Yourself Garage and go visit Sprinkles, and they do have bays open today.
Hey, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I knew he was going. I knew he was going somewhere with it.
And my AC is out in my car.
Get that
Maybe I'll
fixed.
take it down to JF Whitlow and see if they can fix it. I know they're good at fixing heating and cooling. So.
Yeah, I don't think they can fix your car.
I don't think they
so.
do automotive.
I don't think they do.
Well, if they don't,
look,
I can take it to our Napa.
Yeah, you can take one of the Napa garages and have them fix it for you. You could.
Yeah.
Look, if you guys have never, even if you don't need anything, if you guys don't want to fix your car, you don't want to go to American DIY Garage and work on your own car. If you've never had the opportunity to stop in and see Sprinkles, you got to stop in and see Sprinkles.
Is
I'm just
amazing.
telling you. Sprinkles is a cool dog. I mean, if you're a dog person, you got to at least stop in and see Sprinkles. Just take the tour and see Sprinkles is worth it.
We need a picture.
Hey, I have a
I know
picture,
we
okay?
picture of Sprinkles before.
And she keeps her figure by going on walks. So, and if you haven't seen that news
and
report,
Sprinkles has its own vehicle.
yeah. You know, Sprinkles has a better car than me.
I'll tell you.
Sprinkler mobile.
She has the glasses too. I have the picture with the glasses on and everything like
You never saw
that.
that picture?
No.
Where Sprinkles has the
I
goggles,
gotta
the
post
driving
that
goggles
one.
on and everything.
I knew who Sprinkles was, but I'd never seen her.
That's
Sprinkles
cool.
is amazing.
So here's another one for you. This one's a little weird.
Sorry, it just came up in my memories of
No,
Sprinkles.
that's all right. That's all right. You're okay. So, did I tell you the stories back in the day that people were trying to come up with ways to prevent people from stealing their cars, right? Mm-hmm. So, I think I've given you some of the gruesome ones. I've given you some of the weird ones. So,
Tying up shockers to the door handles.
yeah. So there was.
I've done that myself.
You did the shocker to the door
Yeah.
handle? Did you really?
You know, with battery.
Yeah, it works.
When I was a little kid, I went to New York. Sorry, I'm going off topic real quick. I went to New York, and my aunt was like, hey, go to the RV, go check it out, because she had a big property. So me and all my little cousins, Lexi and Christina, my brother Nathaniel, we all go to this RV. and I touch the door handle, and it shocks me. And I'm like, the door handle just shocked me. And they're like, no way, because we're all little kids. We just don't understand it yet. Each one of us took and touched that door handle and just got shocked like we were getting thrown back.
You got set up.
Little did she tell us, oh, I forgot to cut off the power. She didn't have it connected to a battery or anything. She had it connected to a wall outlet
110?
inside her house with cables running all the way from her house to the RV, and it would shock us.
That's interesting.
You're lucky it didn't do more than shock you.
Well, that's no different than just putting your finger in a light socket, really.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
it just catches you off guard.
Well, yeah, but that's painful.
Every time I used to dare people to do that all the time.
Every time I've been shocked,
when I was a kid.
it's painful.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was something.
How many times have you been shocked?
Many.
Why did?
Replacing my own light fixture. I told you to turn the breaker off. Well,
How many people? How many
That
Larrys?
explains some things.
How many Larrys does it take to change a light
That
bulb?
really explains some things. I don't even.
Larry, how long does it take you to change a light bulb?
What?
Actually,
change
I
the light
remember
bulb.
so-
yeah, change a light bulb.
Well, if I can get to it and remove the glass dome,
Wait,
See, why
did
are
you
you trying
wait
to
a
set
minute?
him up? You
Yeah,
look like
because
you're
you
gonna do it.
replaced the other one, and
it's still hanging. It's still hanging from my laundry room. I haven't even ordered
I knew
the
where he was
fix-
going with this. You were letting him set you up, and you were just keep on going. I already knew where he was going. Back to the story. All right, hold on. So, back in the day, people were trying to do all kinds of things. I remember them. You had the guy they were putting flamethrowers underneath their cars. Mm-hmm. And because carjacking was huge. You were little.
I was
You weren't even born yet when they were doing that. But you push a button, and I remember seeing it on TV, and I actually remember reading stories about people actually, because carjacking was so bad, people were rigging all kinds of things up on their car. And they were getting in trouble for it. And I'm like, how do you get in trouble for it? If someone's going to rob you,
it's an open flame, duh.
and I should be able to defend myself.
You're protecting your property.
Right, but then you'd end up being in trouble because they said you went above and beyond. Well, I don't think so. They were going to carjack me, and I protected myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you had the car stereo theft problem, where people were trying to steal your car stereo. So people were Cameron found the picture.
Nice.
Of sprinkles with the goggles on. So then they were electrifying the seats in the car. They were and I think there was the one guy died. Somebody electrocuted the guy, and then the guy who owned the car got charged for murder.
Yeah, there was a rash of
so.
people stealing catalytic converters, and people were resorting to all kinds
Oh
of
yeah, all
booby
kinds of
traps
stuff.
to keep.
I told you I did the razor blades in the back of my stereo. So I soldered in razors because on my stereo deck you had to break out the bottom of the den on the bottom and then reach behind the stereo to lift it up and out. So I took razor blades and soldered them across the back of my stereo.
There you go.
That's what I did. So I mean,
Remind me never to work on your car.
there was a lot of things that we did back in the day to try to keep your car from getting broken
Yeah,
into.
exactly so.
Well,
You want to know what I do for my car being broken into?
lock it.
Lock it.
Well, no, we locked them too. Well, it seems like this is coming back around. So what was old is now new again in everything. Bell bottoms come around how many times now, guys?
Cycles.
Cycles. Toyota put a patent in for car theft, but you're never going to guess what they've decided to do. And I'll give you guys one opportunity to try to guess what they've done.
Can we get a hint?
No.
I would guess it would be something computer related that would shut down the operation of the car altogether.
Oh, you want to know what would be sweet? If it would flatten all the tires if you try breaking into the car.
Then some fool would take it and drive it away and ruin those tires.
Think about it.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. You're absolutely right.
With the key turned on, you can take an air hose and pump up all your tires again. They can't drive off. Well,
Is
they
that
can
your
drive.
guess? Is that your guess?
Yes, that's my
No.
guess. Okay.
Larry?
Oh, I told you my guess.
Yours-
It's something
no.
something computer related to.
How about if it detects that the car has been started, other than what it believes is a legitimate key, what it believes is a legitimate start sequence?
Well, at the moment the car is using intelligence, are we in trouble? You said what it thinks is a wrong key.
If it started in a way that fashion that it's not supposed to.
I
Let's
could
just
see
put it
like
that way.
that's what they had keys with chips.
All right, let's just say hot wiring,
Okay.
okay?
If
Hot
it
wiring.
started any way that it's not supposed to,
Right.
tear gases you.
No. No.
That means like you're in the driver's seat and it would tear gas you sitting in the driver's seat.
I guess drivers or passenger, whatever.
I mean, you're not trying to gain entry into the car.
You're in it.
You're in it.
You're in it.
And you're trying to start it.
And it tear gasses you.
What happens if when that accidentally just goes off the wrong? You got an important
just
meeting
tear
to
gas.
go
It's
to.
not gonna kill you.
Important meeting to go. It might not kill you, but now you got to go get redressed.
It'd be better if it would be better if it tasered you.
No, well, yeah, that'd be kind of cool too.
No,
I think tear gas is pretty awesome, honestly.
So we're driving into the show today, and we see a dog driving.
Tear gas makes your eyes burn. Taser would really cause pain.
Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, we're driving to the show today, and there's a dog sitting. The lady has her seat pulled back, and the dog is sitting in between her legs, so you can't see her. You just see the dog in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
With
and
the
you
dog,
think the dog was driving the car.
Well, the dog is sitting with its paws up on the steering wheel, and she's just driving. Now, I understand this is cutesy, but we've had the conversation once before about this. You know, anything at that point in time can happen. What if that dog has a freak out reaction?
Yeah.
Squirrel.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, we've talked about this before. All the things that should be like all the things that are illegal. Eating while driving, texting while driving. I mean, dog while driving should be illegal. It just should be. And I'm a dog person. Don't get me wrong, because I know I'm gonna get a bunch of hate mail now. But I'm just. The seat's been pulled away enough for the dog to sit between you and the steering wheel. If texting while driving is a distraction, and eating while driving is a distraction, and anything else while driving is a distraction, dog while driving is definitely a distraction.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that.
So, yeah, we saw that coming in this today. Yeah.
Well, at least they weren't eating a bowl of cereal.
Right, yeah, driving with the knee.
We could not stop laughing.
But you couldn't tell that you got right up on it. All you saw was the dog with its paws up on the steering wheel, and that's all you saw while we were driving in. I was like, and Cameron didn't notice it at first. I was like, hey, check that out. Look at the vehicle next to us.
You wanted to roll down
I was
your
like,
window.
I was like, the dog's driving. He's like, what?
You wanted to roll down the window and go, arf, arf.
Oh, no, because we were next to it. So rather than not have my car.
So, yeah.
totaled.
They put a patent in. It's not in cars yet, but they put a patent in to have the rights to do tear gas in cars.
Well, hey, I don't have any problem with it because I don't steal things.
Well, no. I mean, here's the thing. Everything you come up with is just designed to keep the honest.
Yep, that's what my daddy used to always say.
So-
I mean,
locks are for honest
because
people.
here's the thing: if I really want to steal your car, I just put a gas mask on, and I'm safe. I can still steal your car. So
You want to know what we
problem-
should create?
What?
A chip that plugs into the car, right? What's the number one thing people steal from cars?
Change?
Change. Put a special quarter inside with your change that you know that not to take that out of the vehicle. If that is taken out of the vehicle, alerts the police and you immediately.
I can't imagine change being a reason to break into a car.
Breaks in the car.
Oh, that's the biggest reason why people break-
people
Not
break
in
in
this
cars.
day and age.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It's
it
the
is.
number one reason why
Number
people
one
break in
reason.
cars.
Change is worthless.
It's
No.
the number one reason why people break into cars.
You're going to knock out a window to get a quarter.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't get that.
Yep. It's the number one reason why people rummage through cars.
You know, if you had a $100 bill laying down there, I could see it. But
Most of
a
the
couple
time-
of quarters, a nickel, a dime, and a penny.
Most of the time, people break into cars, they're only going into your car just to rummage through looking for loose change.
And take your key. If you own two vehicles, take your keys out of the vehicles.
Yeah, most
Because
you
once
don't-
they break into one
A
vehicle,
lot of
they're
time they
gonna
have the
find
keys to the other vehicle laying in their car to the other vehicle, and it usually has the house key on it too.
We
And
better
the-
go to break.
Yeah, I know. We're over. Here's the funny thing. I'm going to take a quick commercial break to come back to go ahead and be done with the show because we got talking about things we ran over. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll go to a commercial break. Talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA. Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons, Incorporated. Are you ready for a change? Is this the year you go from just a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand fields with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC, commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial driving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available. Job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more, or call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI. Not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Do you currently live in an apartment or condo? Need to work on your car, truck, even motorcycle, but your homeowners association has you down? If your garage is full of broken dreams and the I'll get to it next week projects, American Do-It-Yourself Garage is the place for you. They offer fully equipped, well-lit garage bays with or without a vehicle lift for your needs. Each bay is fully equipped with a workbench, hand tools, air tools, laptop usage, even assistance with parts ordering, which is all included with each bay rental for a reasonable price. If you're looking for a place that feels like home, filled with fantastic staff willing to lend a hand, then give American Do-It-Yourself Garage a call today at 1-844-462-3494. That's 1-844-462-3494. Or go to their webpage and reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Let the friendship begin.
There's something special about Napa Auto Care Centers. They're backed by the national strength of Napa. Nationwide warranties honored by thousands of locations. You know that's Napa know-how. But more importantly, your Napa Auto Care Center is independently owned and operated by neighborhood professionals who operate by a written code of ethics. Put your vehicle in the hands of ASE certified technicians who will greet you with a smile you can trust. Visit us today.
You heard me say it, and now here's your chance. Now's the time to go find your auto garage. Don't wait until it's too late. Go to NapaBDGHRVA.com and find your all-star car care center today. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Dave Pillage from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Pillage.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. And as I promised, we're back from a commercial just to go right into a commercial. So, we drug that one out. And I did that purposely because I like, we get talking about stuff that's car related, and I like to talk about stuff that's car related. So, it's one of those things where it is literally the end of our show already.
That's why it's called Let's Talk Cars cars.
Yeah, it is, because I can talk about car stuff
Let's
forever.
Talk Cars Radio.
It is. Radio. So, as we always do at the end of the show, I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. It is Saturday, guys. Enjoy your Saturday. The sun is out. There's some car shows that are going on out there. As Cameron said, he's going to be out at Night Moves, so look for Cameron. He'll be out there with his car. He'll be handing out stuff for American DIY, for all of our sponsors, for Napa and stuff. See him, pick up some of the material, see what's going on, get some free swag. He'll have some stuff out there for you guys. He'll be dropping off to you, so if you find him, get some stuff from him. It's always free. You just got to end up finding them. Enjoy your guys' weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. Do yourself as a favor. Turn off the TV. It rots the brain. Spend some time with your kids. Take them to a car show. They'll love you for it. And we're out of here. I'll talk to you soon.